All right, let's get some housekeeping done first. This is going to be the first one of these I've ever done. It's going to suck. There's going to be a lot of cuts. Try to look smart. Not smart. Don't be fooled. Just be patient with me. I'm going to speak how I normally speak and not juice it for YouTube. I'm Adam. My wife is Alex. We're going to start a card store business in the year 2024, and we have a baby. They said it couldn't be done without a baby. Let's see what happens. Oh, and did I mention I have a full-time job? In addition, wife and I are going to start a card store. Collectible, Magic, Pokemon, One Piece, Wakana, Star Wars. Here's what we're going to sell. Whatever the distributors let us. We don't have any connections. We're going to start from scratch. We're going to take you with us, and I'm going to vlog the whole damn thing, and we're either going to succeed or fail together. You in? Come on, let's go. All right. The plan. High points. Going into a summary. I don't want to make these videos 30 minutes long. They might be. This one probably will be because it's the first one. We got a lot to talk about. Let's go point by point. That's how I'm going to get through this. Just read the words over here. It's not going to be easy. I have no delusions. I've seen what people have been saying about starting an LGS or a card shop in this market. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be a job, and I already have a full-time job. We want to be on camera. I'm going to try to make one of these videos once a week. I have no promises to give that once a week will actually happen, but I will promise to try. People said it was a bad idea a decade ago. We've missed the boat. Why are we doing this now? I don't know. It seemed fun. I want to see if I can cut a little piece of pie out of this giant multi-billion-dollar collectible cardboard business. If I never try, I'll never know if it would have worked out, right? The great Michael Scott said, "You miss every shot you don't take." All right, fuck you. Fuck this fucking shit. Sucks ass. A card store? In the year 2024? You out of your mind? Yeah, let's chat. I'm going to do these vlogs. Maybe my wife will do some as well. Right now, she doesn't want to go on camera. I don't really want to be on camera, but I do want to document this journey, and I want to be honest in all areas I can be, excluding privacy. I'm going to tell you where I live. We made an LLC because we want to hide our address. I'll get to it. 1 second. Other than telling you where all our money is and how to go rob us, I'm going to tell you everything that I can about this journey. If you want to follow in our footsteps, I don't recommend it. Nobody does. This is a bad idea. Obviously, slow, steady growth is what we're going to look for. How are we going to do that? A lot of this. A lot of chatting. We're going to do some updates. We're going to get the social medias going, all the TikTokies and the Instagrams and wherever the kids are. Threads. We're going to start small. We're going to build the community. Right now, it's going to be social media and Discord, right? We have a Patreon. It doesn't have anything going on right now. Right now, this is day one. We're going to start slow. We're going to get stuff done foundationally. Then we'll build from there. That makes sense, right? Where are we going to sell cards? Right now, I don't know if you've noticed. If you're a card seller, maybe you've noticed. TCGplayer for the last month and a half has not been letting new accounts sign up on their platform. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane that they don't want more people selling. I'm sure it's flooded. Another reason, maybe it's a sign. Not a great idea to start a business like this right now. Because we can't get into TCGplayer, most of our stuff's going to go on eBay at first. I would love to build a website, web developer by trade. Probably just going to do a Shopify store at first. Hopefully, people will go to the store. eBay's got fees, and for a new seller, fees are even higher. So if we could push people to the store, that's what we're going to do. I am a web developer, but I don't want to spend this time. I want to get the store running. I don't want to spend 6 months trying to nitpick all the details on building a nice site from scratch. I want to sell stuff. I want to ship things. I want to eventually be able to support myself and my family enough to quit my job. Let's talk what's going on with eBay. Right now, Alex has a few $100s worth of amiibo cards from that game with the Tom Nook in it, Animal Crossing. She's got a lot of cards from that. She's going to put those on eBay. We'll start to build up reviews. Eventually, get to sealed products, right? Pokemon, Magic, basically whatever we can get our hands on and make a margin. So we've got some singles in our Magic collection that are worth a couple bucks. We're going to sell those. It's going to take a while before we list really high price items on the eBay store or a personal store because we don't have any reputation. You don't know who I am. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. 1 year goals, profits. If we can be at all profitable within a year, great. 2 year goals. If I can make enough money to quit my job and still afford life insurance, health insurance, 401k, all the retirement shit, that would be nice. We can focus on this full time. Right now, we're going to start small. Eventually, if we get enough product, if we're moving things, we would love to get a little warehouse space or office space, move our situation over there. We're not going to have a lot of money at first. 3 year goal. Maybe it comes sooner. Maybe we blow up. Everybody loves our shit. Local game store. Ideally, we'd start with a local game store. We'll get into some specifics later on about how hard it is to start a business without an address. But if we had a brick and mortar, we would love to host events. We would love to play Magic with people, support the community. But the overhead is insane. We don't have it. I have a full-time job and we have a baby. So we're going to do what we can from our house. We're going to build it up slowly. That's the goal. Let's talk about the naming process. This part took a while. We knew we wanted to do this a month ago, maybe. Any name that's remotely related to trading cards or decks or Magic, it's all been taken. And a lot of people, they start a business with their name. It doesn't matter. RNG Games, it doesn't have to be clever. The guy's a goddamn genius. We wanted to have a nice store name. We wanted something that works for a future LGS that is somewhat clever, which is very hard, and not embarrassing to answer the phone to. It has some good merch, maybe. It's a cool logo. People don't want to just say, Tim's Big Card Shop. That's not fun, right? So here's what we got. I'm not going to list everyone. Weird and wonderful. Every shuffle counts. This one I loved. Board and die. Like the singular of dice. You'll happen to notice that I kind of riffed on that a little bit for this series. Dicey something. Dicey decks. That's not a bad idea. I kind of like that one. Live in Massachusetts, so Commonwealth Cards. Commonwealth Card House. Those are decent. Okay. Granite Games. Cardmongers I really liked. It's taken. Hermit something. Dungeons and Decks. It's pretty good, but I think it's a game on Steam. Cardbee, Cryptid Cards. Cryptid Collectibles. The Boardroom, which is, oh my god, I thought it was a genius. It's obviously an amazing place. It already exists. Then we went space themed. So Quasar Card House, Neptune Nerd House, Calamity something. Here's a good one. Play It Dicey. Didn't use it. Maybe it's not that good. Commander's Card House, something Foundry. Magic and Meeple? I hate the word meeple, but it's kind of fitting. Something Market Card Castle, something Deck Builders. Anyway, came up with Pandora's Deck Box. I like it. It's a little clever. You're opening a box, releasing chaos. There's something about hope in the bottom of the box, whatever. I'll brush up on my Greek myths. So anyway, that's the list. We came up with Pandora's Deck Box at a 3 a.m. feeding for this little boy. We were delusional and sleep deprived and sung to us. So at 3 a.m., while feeding the baby, bottle, phone, registered the domain, all the social medias. Somehow all this stuff wasn't taken. There's some product called Pandora's Deck Box on this TCG that's a clone of Pokemon that came out a little while ago and different use. We're going to sell cards, whatever. So we got the name. Now, logo design. Alex is really good at typographical design. She took care of that. I'm really good. I'm okay at Illustrator, so I popped in there and tried to take on the icon. We did a little market research, showed it to our parents, showed it to some close friends. We liked it. We chose this oval box opening design. It's decent. It may change. 10 years from now, we might want to do a trademark, but who knows if we're here in 60 days. This is a risky business, and I have no delusions. Failure is an almost certain outcome. But there's a maybe 1% chance that it works. So we've got the logo, we've got the name, we've got the domains, we got the socials. Now we got to do research. We got to do a lot of research, a lot of admin work. And we've been doing that over a month. Honestly, watching people's YouTubes, PokeNE, RNG Games, Alpha Investments, all the big guys, kind of sparked this ambition. So big shout out to everybody that's doing this stuff already, that's been doing it for years. It's an established thing. And I've also watched some YouTubes of people that have failed, that have gotten out of this card business. So thank you to those people too, to keep it real and show the probable outcome that a lot of these don't work. Ours may not work. I'm going into it with an attitude that we can beat the odds. There's a 1 in 100 chance that it works. But you know what? On a death save, you get a god intervention in a D&D game, you roll a D100, you get 100. It's happened. It's not impossible. We did a lot of research. We did a lot of Googling. Then we started pulling the trigger. We created an operating agreement for the LLC. We decided that we wanted to do an LLC instead of sole proprietorship, because to get into the good graces of any of these distributors, you're going to need an LLC. You're going to have a real business. You can't just say, hey, I like cards. Can I have some cards? You got to be serious. You got to have a business. So we made a business. We got an EIN. We mailed ourselves a letter. How did we mail ourselves a letter? Well, here's the thing. We don't have money for a brick and mortar. We don't have money for an office. We're starting small. So what you can do to hide your address is set up a virtual office. You don't have to set up an office space to start an LLC. You can use your home address. But when you do that, there's some privacy concerns, especially if you're going to be talking to the internet, creepy ass internet, right? So we wanted to save our privacy. We got a virtual office for $59 a month. That gives us a real address. It's not a post office box. It's not a UPS private mailbox. It's a real address. You can send stuff to. We go, we pick it up. Send myself a letter. It showed up yesterday. Now we know the system works. We can file for an LLC. So that is what we did last night. Now we wait. If we get the LLC, off to the races. Financials. Let's talk seriously about the financials. Let's talk money. I want to be, like I said in the beginning, I want to be honest with you on everything I can. I'm going to share with you sheets. We're going to start with what we got. What we got is not a ton of money. What we got is some inventory. We got about $3,000 worth of Magic cards. I've been collecting that for a couple months. Honestly, it's pretty new to me, and I would like to buy more bulk. I've been looking at Facebook. I know all of these bulk sales are going to be people like me that have already picked through all the valuable cards and put them up for $100 a dozen or whatever. They're trying to make a buck off the bulk that nobody wants. I get that. It may come to buying some of those and trying to get lucky, but realistically, what we're going to do is word of mouth. We have tons of friends that play Magic. We're going to look into their collections, see what we can pull, get some value, make a little bit of margin. Margin for retail, an ideal world is like 30%. If we make 10%, I'd be happy. 10% is super ambitious. I understand, especially for sealed product, that some people are making 5% and they're happy with it. That's fine. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted. We're going to try to buy and maybe flip some secret layers. That might piss off some people, but we're not going to try to gouge anyone. We're just going to try to make a little healthy margin. This much. If we can do that, create revenue in excess of expenses, we can grow the business. I'm not trying to I have a job, right? I'm not going to make a fortune on this anytime soon. I understand that. So if we can make a little bit of profit, we can put it into the business, I'd be happy. Why are we doing this? Take a shot. See how it goes. I'm into it. I want to get out of web development. My job is good currently. I have nothing bad to say about my job other than I don't like doing it. The company's good. My pay is good. I just want to get out. People generally change careers 2 to 3 times in their life, and I'm ready. 36 now. Been doing web development for 15 years. It's time for a change. And I want to give this a shot in parallel to having a full-time job. I'm not quitting my job. I'm not crazy. I got stuff I got to pay for, right? But I want to bring you along, you, John, and I want to share with you the honest truth of what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. This is the first one of these videos. Hopefully I get better at this. I got to get something out. I got to start. And that's the thing. If you want to do something, you can watch YouTube videos. You can live vicariously through people. But if you're serious about something, or you're desperate enough, you got to start. You got to just do it. And that's what this is. Hopefully the next video is better. What's next? We got to wait for the LLC approval. I'm going to keep refreshing my damn Massachusetts website. We got to set up the website. We got the domain, but we need a proper website. I think I'm just going to do Spotify. I think I'm going to do Shopify. I know people use Wix. I don't, like, as a web developer, it hurts to use one of these drag and drop platforms, but hopefully with some background in web development that I can maybe I can make something that's kind of good on these shitty little platforms, but it's quick, right? I can get inventory up. We have some product coming. There was a Costco deal for some Magic stuff that's going to be in here. We have some secret layers that we could try to put up. We got the Animal Crossing. We got singles. So we have some product to put on a store. So we're going to get the website going. We're going to get the eBay going. Maybe someday TCGplayer will open their systems and let new sellers in again. That'd be nice. The odds are good that we're going to fail. So if you're in to watch us fail, welcome aboard. There's a chance. There's a small chance it works. I'm going to give it a shot. Me and my wife are serious about this business. We took the time to do the proper steps. We'll see where it goes. Anyway. Oh, one thing I want to do. I want to do a roll for the week. I've got this. Hold on. I got this. Oh, it's not going to focus, is it? I got this tungsten die. Right? It weighs like 3 pounds. And when you roll it, it's serious business. So we've got a serious business. We'll roll the die. See how we do for the week. It's the first roll ever, so maybe it's going to be the roll of the whole business. Fingers crossed. All right. Well, fuck.